Hello, y'all. It's Michelle, aka Zookeeper12 from the Recipe for Wild Time blog, and I am trying again to do my first Wellness Wednesday post. This is my fourth or fifth take, and I was going to just give up, but from experience, technical difficulties compounded with life difficulties on little things like this, I have found to be the work of the devil. So I'm gonna try again. I was thinking maybe I'm just not supposed to do this. Am I wasting my time? There's other stuff I gotta do. I don't know what led me to do this, but just in case I'm supposed to, I'm here again. Okay, so I have been watching YouTube videos, and I have to focus on just a select few because I don't have time and I get overwhelmed. There's gobs of them out there, and this YouTube community of homeschoolers is the bomb. And so I'm kind of getting hooked to a few. I don't comment as often as I'd like. I think just so Trish mentioned, she has that issue. Intends to go back and comment later. Don't get to it. Don't get that round to it. I have set a stopwatch, so I'm going to try to focus. Anywho, I love y'all. You're awesome. I've been watching Just So Trish, Andrea Mills, Homeschool on the Hill, Farmhouse Full, Tangy the Caber's Wife. I've seen a few. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Binge watch. And I watch while I'm folding laundry, which is why I don't comment. My hands are full. I have a TV or I have my computer monitor up, and then I get done, I pause or stop, and if it's on my Fire Stick, it has to reload. It's fun. Our internet doesn't work so great in our little valley. Anyway, Wellness Wednesday. I'm going to get on that train. I'm going to try to. I have been trying to improve on my diet. I don't believe in dieting because I think it causes me, at least, and I've heard it happens to others, to gain weight in the long term. I'm just trying to improve our nutrition and improve my eating habits permanently. So it's not to lose weight, it's just to be healthier. I've been working out at a gym. I'm going to cover that another time. To me, the Wellness Wednesdays, I want to include mental, emotional, and spiritual wellness. And so I'm kicking off my first Wellness Wednesday and the new year with this thing others are doing. Just So Trish got the idea from her, who got the idea from Andrea. And I also saw friends doing this on Facebook, picking a word rather than a resolution or resolutions for the new year, a word to focus on. I know that Trish and Andrea talked about routine, and I guess I've done this in the past. Like, I was focusing on order last year. I really didn't know it was a thing, but I was just trying to get order in my home and my systems and my routine. And I like to organize things, so I was already working on that. From another friend posted that her word was peace. After such a year of unrest and dissension last year, that she wanted to focus on peace. And it was, the way she worded it was so great. Sorry about my stomach. I need to eat lunch. I took an early power nap and got up and decided I need to do this and get it done. Hi, can you see me okay?
Yeah.
A helper just came to assist.
Yeah, but there's like a square thing on your face.
There's a square thing on my face.
Is that supposed to be there?
Hey, I'm kind of recording. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Come on, Seth.
Where are the felt thingies?
Okay, that's supposed to be focusing on me, okay?
Okay. I don't care.
I think I'm going to leave that. Oh, holy cow. Okay. Out, please. Out, 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 and quiet, and no scooters. Okay, keeping it real. The word I have chosen is courage or brave. I am timid by nature. To quote Rex from Toy Story, I don't like confrontation. So, even as a mom, I don't want my kids mad at me or disappointed in me, which is pretty unrealistic, isn't it? And I've not been strong enough to tell them what they need to hear sometimes. I've been afraid to enforce rules because, and this is mostly with my olders, figured out child training with the youngers. I am here to tell you younger kids are easier than older kids. They get minds of their own and stuff. It's amazing. But if I chicken out and I don't, I threaten, and then I get frustrated when I have not disciplined them the way they need. It frustrates them, it frustrates me. I get aggravated because they don't listen, obey, they blow me off. Don't get me wrong, I have great kids, and there is a lot we've done right, but I know one of the things I'm doing wrong is because I'm a chicken. By not being the mom they need, because I lack the courage to speak to my elders, to express my concerns, if it's just to share who I am with them, because I'm afraid they won't like me. At this point, if there's anything to not like about me, they already know to not like it. I am not an idiot. So I need to have courage. I've got a stopwatch. I'm trying to make sure this is shorter than my last attempts, which were filled with and I'm aware of that now. Okay. Holy cow. I don't think I can edit that out. So there's lots of things to learn about YouTubing. Eat before. Make sure you're wearing a shirt that doesn't pucker. It's one of my little technical difficulties. I recorded a whole section and watched it. Tried panning in and cutting that out. Some kid had taken their finger, smeared the front of my lens, so did a whole recording, and it was all blurry. Brand new camera. That was sabotage. Anyway, I need to have courage in my marriage. To be the helpmeet I need to be, I need to be brave enough to say something sometimes that may not be what my husband needs to hear. That's my job. But I don't like confrontation. I need to be brave enough to be honest with myself about where my fault lies. I need to have the courage to ignore voices. And our culture and the attitudes towards marriage are pretty pitiful, and there are times, there are people who abuse marriage, abuse the people in the marriage. So when I say we're supposed to stay in marriage, I'm talking about marriage, not about an abusive situation. There's a difference. And I'm trying to stay committed to a marriage that is not all peaches and cream. It is not perfect all the time. Two dirty, rotten sinners who tend to be selfish sometimes. We have been through a lot together. And yet it's hard. It's still hard after all these years sometimes. And the voices that say it's not worth the trouble, I need to be brave enough to trust God that He keeps His promises, and He will come through in His time, and I need to be brave enough to wait. I need to take care of things that need taken care of. Psalm 27:14 says, wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord, says it twice. I know that in the coming year our business needs some decisions made. We own a catering business. I have kids who are waiting because they've heard me say, maybe we should close, maybe we should close. We've been praying, God, what do you want us to do, God? What do you want us to do? And I have not been knocking on doors. I used to be very good at that in recent history. And by knocking on doors is just seeing opportunities, seeing if the opportunity is for us. If it's closed, I turn and walk away. But there have been doors that have opened for us because I was where I needed to be, doing what I needed to be doing. I haven't been doing that. I haven't been a good steward of our business because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of closing. And right now at this point we don't need to close because of health reasons or because it's financially. A few years ago, health and financially, we would have been justified in closing. The reason we would need to close now is because it's what we need to do for our family. I'm open to that, at the same time afraid to. Afraid of giving all the work that we sunk into it, all the sacrifices made. We quit 4-H. There's other reasons that went into that, but that was something we were into. Fantastic. I don't want my kids to feel like we wasted their time and their efforts and their very hard work. So I'm sorry that I have not been knocking on those doors, kids. I'm going to do better. If we are supposed to grow our business, and I've been looking small, I've been looking at a food truck, because I know what it entails. I know what I went through with our 600 square foot shop. You have to do sketches and lay out all your equipment and electric and everything else and submit it to the health department. If you have an exhaust hood, that has to get approved by the state. There's a lot of red tape and legwork involved, and I did it, and I don't want to go through it again. That's another reason I would not want to close, because I don't want to go through that again to open again later. It's been suggested that's what we do. And it's like, starting a business is harder work than running it. I don't want to go through that again. So there's a lot of motivation to stick my heels in and see it out to the end. So I'm also afraid of failure, which I shouldn't be by now. I'm good at it. We make mistakes. I went into the business going, I don't know what I'm doing. And my son just pointed that out to me, that that's the right attitude, because I sought out counsel. I had to have the courage to talk to people I don't know and learn things, learn a lot of new things. So, but I'm still afraid of screwing up. It's easy to do when you're running a business and having kids. And we also have the opportunity to use our business as a ministry, and I've felt that burden all along. Ministry to our family as well as our community. I could see us using it to help people who want to learn some life skills and get on their feet. When we first started and I was looking at business plans for catering, one of the first samples that popped up when I was searching online was this way cool catering business in New York City, I believe. And they train inner city kids to work in this catering business, and they cater some very posh events with these teenagers coming from very bad backgrounds and communities, and give them life skills. And some of them stay on because they love it so much, or they go on to college and they do things that they didn't know they were capable of doing. Oh my gosh, I would love to be a part of something like that. So that being said, another reason I don't want to close, but if it's best for our family, that's what I need to face up. But I need to pursue it, and I need to take steps forward. Ezra 10:4, I've got my notes that I've got a cheat sheet going on my monitor. Ezra 10:4, it says, "Rise up, this matter is in your hands. We will support you, so take courage and do it." So I just need to do it. Okay, I need to have the guts to work out to get up. It takes guts for a night owl to get up early in the morning and go to the gym. I've tried going in the evening with my daughter and my son, and it's for the fun of it then. But I need to get up, and I want to be home before the kids get up. So I'm getting up at 5 and 5:30. I didn't go today on Wellness Wednesday because I was up late trying to edit my daggone video, trying to edit out all the and it went way too long. I was talking too slow. I was too tired. I need to be brave enough to record when I know my kids are peeking around the corner, making me feel uncomfortable. Shoot. I also have some health issues I need to take care of, and it takes courage for me to pick up the phone and call the doctor. Really, be gone. Oh, they need to get a clue. Like I said, I'm timid by people, and I don't like to talk to people because they might get to know me and they won't like me. Been like that since I was a kid. I need to talk to my neighbors because I need to be a good neighbor. I have a lady next door who's all by herself most of the time. I need to go talk to her. I'm bad. I'm so bad. I'm not a good friend. Sometimes that's busyitis. I'm in a season of life where I can't go all over the place on the weekend. In fact, after we've worked all weekend, I want to stay home. Sometimes we just want to stay home. I don't go to crops anymore. Some Fridays I have the opportunity, but I've set up my little laundry room oasis. I've got scrapbooking stuff where I get to it if I want to scrapbook something or work on it in my planner. So if I ever get back to a crop, I'm just taking my laptop because I don't want to pack the time it takes to pack up and unpack. I spend more time setting up than scrapbooking, and I would go to visit friends anyway, so I hang out here with my family if I'm going to do that. Crops. It's like a quilting bee. Go scrapbook, in case you didn't know. I need to post on my blog. I need to post these YouTube videos. I have a bunch of them that I have done. I just haven't posted them. And I think it's because I'm chicken. Okay, I am still a child at heart. The child that I used to be used to check out books from the school library. There was a series of craft books, I remember, very 1970s covers, but I would take one a week or 2 weeks and look at all these cool things I wanted to make, and I never made anything. I'm still that way. I love learning new things, but I'm chicken at the same time. I look at all these things I want to do on Pinterest, and I've been doing a lot of things. Started a business. But it's a big hairy deal if I do anything by myself, all by myself. I feel like a kid. Look what I did. I booked a plane trip and flew all by myself. I made a recipe up all by myself. Yeah, I'm a child. We're called the children of God, not the parents, not the adults of God. It's one of my mantras. So anyway, we can't afford to hire people to fix some of the repairs needed in this house. My husband doesn't have the time or the energy at the end of the day, so my kids and I need to figure it out. Fix the hole in the bathroom tile, stuff like that. Learn how to install a dishwasher. I looked at how much it costs to have it installed. I can't afford it. Okay, one last thing that I need courage for. I have a bucket list. I haven't written everything down, but there's things I want to learn how to do. It takes a little bit of gumption. I want to learn how to scuba dive. I'm 48. I want to learn how to skate too. Figure skate. Okay, not do flips and everything, but at least get on some ice and not fall on my butt. I go ice skating once every 5 years. We don't have a skating rink in this area. Someone do something about that. We need an ice skating rink in the area. See, maybe if we grow our business, I can build my own skating rink. And that can be the skating Nana from Indiana. So there's just some traveling I want to do. Yeah, it requires some money, but it takes the guts just to think you can do it sometimes and start putting back and saving. And so that's where I'm at. For my Wellness Wednesday, I want courage to be my focus. Okay, apparently this camera has a 20-minute limit, which is probably going to be good for me, so I won't go too long. But I just had one last thing to add. And so, I've got a helper watching the camera. I'm using my Nikon, and it's talk about starting over. Okay, apparently my camera has a 20-minute time limit, so I just had a little bit more to add. Right, Seth? Seth is watching. He's my helper. He's making sure I do this right.
There's not enough time to interrupt.
Not enough time to interrupt. I just wanted to leave you with Joshua 1:9, which I did hang on the wall during a few home births. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Say hi.
Hi.
I had the courage to have 12 kids. You'd think I wouldn't be afraid doing all this other stuff. I'd like to say without an epidural, ever. Yes, we were blessed. So, that being said, cheers. Have a great rest of the week. Like, share, subscribe. It helps me want to do this again and not be afraid of trying it again and again. And also tells YouTube I'm here. And that shaking of the camera would be my 7-year-old. Technical difficulties. God
I'm
bless.
still 6.